If you think you need a massive vineyard to grow great grapes, think again. Here in Central Valley Zone 9B, grapes are one of the most rewarding urban crops. If you plant them, they will reward you by giving you shade, privacy, and some of the best fruit you've ever tasted right in your own backyard. But grapes can be intimidating. I'm Melissa from Rooted Home and Garden, and today we are breaking down how to manage these vines into small spaces, from the right light to the organic secrets to keep them thriving. First, let's talk about location. We're in Zone 9B, which means we have the heat that grapes crave. But in urban yards, space and light are your biggest challenges. Grapes need full sun. We're talking 7 to 8 hours minimum. In our Central Valley summers, the sun is intense, but that is exactly what develops the sugars in your fruit. If you're planting near a wall or a fence, make sure it's not shaded by your house for half the day. What will end up happening is you will get all green leaves and no fruit. Air circulation is just as important. Urban yards can get stagnant, which leads to mildew, so give your vines some breathing room. Pruning is where most people get nervous for grapes. Timing is everything. You want to prune in late winter, usually February, while the vine is totally dormant. Don't forget to wait until the forecast is clear from rain. Pruning while rain is in your 3-day forecast will open your plant to a disease in our area called Dieback. By pruning when the forecast is clear from rain gives your plants plenty of time to callus over the cut that was just made. Your goal is to have one main trunk and 2 to 4 permanent branches attached to a structure for support. Depending how long each branch is, you want to have 5 to 7 spurs, spacing them roughly 4 to 6 inches apart. That allows the clusters to not be crowded. We are going to snip each spur back to 2 to 3 buds. Those buds are where your grapes will grow this summer. If you leave too many, the vine will be sending so much energy to each cluster, which will give you smaller grapes. If the grapevines are cluttered, more than likely your grapes will stay sour and you're fighting mildew all season long. When it comes to fertilizer, I use Plant Tone or Holly Tone from Espoma. In our valley, a light feeding in early spring just as the buds break is usually all they need. Sprinkle it around the base and water it in deep. Grapes don't need a ton of feeding. If you over-fertilize with nitrogen, you'll get a jungle of leaves and no fruit. Now, let's talk about hydration. Grapes are deep-rooted, so skip the light daily sprinkling in our heat. You want to deep soak once or twice a week, but here's the secret. Once those grapes start to change color in July, back off the water just a bit. This stresses the vine and encourages all the sugars into the grapes, making them incredibly sweet. Just be careful to keep the water off the leaves. Wet foliage is an open invitation to powdery mildew. There are many pests in our area that are absolutely attracted to grapevines. Some of these pests are leafhoppers and spider mites. Since we go all organic, your best defense is a strong blast from the garden hose or a late evening spray of neem oil. Don't forget to wait until after the bees have gone to bed. A very common problem in our area is powdery mildew. It looks like white flour that's been dusted on your leaves. The best fix is airflow. Removing a few leaves to let the air circulate will help. Also, by keeping only those 5 to 7 spurs per branch, you're ensuring the wind can move through the vines, keeping the leaves dry and the fruit healthy. It's really just that simple. Pruning correctly equals a hefty harvest. If you feel confident to grow grapes in your backyard, then hit that subscribe button. We've got more gardening tips to come your way.